Good afternoon, folks. It's 4:30 p.m. Today is Wednesday, FOMC day, and November 3rd, right? So let's start with this pre-market notes. So first of all, I would like to let you know, right? So all the Discord members, all my subscribers, they already know about it, right? That I do change my levels every single day across the board, So this is, since I started the YouTube channel, you guys are going to see these levels, right? So the idea is, do not just put it on your chart and then leave it forever, right? Because I do change it every day, right? So you have to update it, okay? So today is all about FOMC driven move, right? So yes, these are the levels, right? Above all, buyers; below, both of them, sellers are becoming active, right? But how far price can go down, that I do not know, because number one, it is bullish market, BTFD, I don't want to say the full form, but those buyers are there. That move is going to be FOMC driven, news driven, momentum driven, so it is hard to predict in advance, right? The stopping point. So we have to watch it in the real time. However, if it drops, these are the good points to buy even if it goes there, NQ is driving the show, so you want to observe NQ's level, and that was a good idea today to watch NQ, because here, as per closing remark yesterday, I wanted to see buyers holding above 925, 935, right? Ideally. And so far they held it, and then this area became the Globex low, and today this area became low of the day in NQ, right? So NQ is driving, remember, right? So it is running the show. So if NQ is not going below this level, it's hard for ES to go down, right? And that's why ES even tried to poke below this by 2 points, but it held it. By the time, if you look at internals carefully, advanced decline was rising, right? Momentum was also good. So that was the sign that buyers are there holding this market, right? So no shorts today, ideally, but so Russell only longs, and look at the beauty of it. NQ went all the way up to this level and went above it, right? So Russell only long above, stick with only longs about 23, 26. Today I want to see buyers holding it above 41 in general. Ideally I want it above 56, and look at what happened. Russell poked below 56 to 54, and damn thing held it and just shoot higher, right? So intraday, so Russell is a very good market today to trade. I traded 2 longs in Russell, and intraday also we monitor Russells, all the pullbacks from 78 didn't even get there actually, so it went up to 80, but 83.8, all those pullbacks, so I took 2 of them. Dow above 760, 785 buyers, and below ping pong. So what Dow did was, it went down to this area pretty much to the dot, and then damn thing just bounced, and did not look back, right? It went all the way up to close to this area somewhere, right? So that's Dow. So all of them, so these 2 are strongest one, these 2 are ping pong higher kind of. Crude also worked out very nicely, So I had a short in crude. I was holding it yesterday near the closing. I shorted at 83.78, so roughly around this area, and then I was holding entire overnight. I held it. Today also I held it all the way up to this area, and then I build out 70% of my contracts right here, right? So almost $3, and then rest I closed it right here. That was my target actually to begin with, right? So I closed right here. But if you look at crude, it says sellers have a control for overnight below 83, right? It didn't even get to 83. All it went up to this area, then went down, sliced through this area, went to 80, 81. It provided a bounce as expected, back to 41, and then 41 down to 80, 81, and then finally it stopped right there. So crude was a very good trade today. Actually all the markets had a very good trading opportunity today, So going here, see, these are my forecasted levels, okay? I call them as a whiskey levels because I draw them over the whiskey, that's why I name them whiskey. So but usually these levels are pretty accurate, so in terms of taking profit, not shorting, right? Risky levels are never meant to be short, right? Because price is not mature there, but they are good levels to take profit, and you can see it clearly. See this 32, right? It was a risky level. Its price never made it here to this point before, but you can look at it. Price went from here straight to 32, stop there, provided a pullback. See my point? So these levels are profit taking, not the shorting, and then it went higher, right? But obviously, so this level is not gonna respond because it's already responded here. So it sliced through it, went to 43, right? Here little bit pause in a mini time frame, smaller, but went through it. But then on the way back, this resistance turned into support right here, went higher, provided a response, went through it, holding this as a support. See my point? So but anyway, so let's talk about today's activities, right? So this 20 is important as per the pre-market note. So does this level, right? And then what happened? Then of the open, so opening was right around somewhere here, right? So 20 acted as a resistance, right, of the open, right? So right here, so that was a short opportunity, right? So I did short it there, right? But it's not actual valid setup, as I always say, right? That of the open, you can't do anything unless we have a predetermined bias to do certain things, right? Specifically in the pre-market notes, but I didn't say that do this or that of the open, right? So we have to just watch. So but I took the short because I have a luxury to take any trades, right? But for you guys, instruction was clear, right? Try to stick with bias. But anyway, this was my short, right? And then I was looking for lower target, and then against all these things, right? Because what I saw was negativity right of the open, which is makes sense because of the get down, right? So and 20 was a good level. See, yesterday that damn thing entire day it spent time around 20 trying to hold it, right? And then now it opened below it. This 20 is a good shot, for me, not for you. So then it went down, right? And then it couldn't go down below this area, pretty much this 15, 17, right? So I held it, few minutes, but then finally I gave up. Why? Because now this thing I was hoping that it will go down, but now instead it is trending higher, right? So it's a warning sign. So I bailed out right here. Then price went higher, right? One more time it went higher, and then immediately failed breakout of 20, right? And so it came down. This time I was thinking, man, if it goes down, I will short it, right? Regardless of this AD. If price moves, I will go with the price. Then despite these things, when it came down, right, I was thinking this will go down, but if you look at it, this was a pure divergence, bullish AD divergence, momentum never made it even below zero here. So that was the sign that now this is not the time to short, right? But this was a good, very long setup. I did not take it because I see this rejection from here as a failed breakout. Most likely it will go through it at least up to some points, but due to FOMC, most likely it's going to ping pong. But the way it break out and fail, most likely it will at least go up to here, if this thing goes down. But then by the time when it came here, this thing didn't even move, and it was holding very high, and momentum did not even move, right? So at that point, if you're still holding your shorts, it's a good idea to take profit or bail out or cover or scale, whatever, right? But this was a good long. Assume this thing never happened, right? But if you look at this purely, this was a good buy. That's why in Discord I said, right, this is a good long based on this setup, but I'm not taking it personally, right? But this is a good setup, and then at least you can try up to 1720 again. And if price is hesitating like this, you bail out here, simple. So this was a long trade, first valid setup, right? And then no trading because of FOMC as usual, right? After 11:30, right? So no trading here, right? Then we wait till FOMC. So FOMC came, right? And then right before FOMC at 157, what did I say? I said in Discord that all the markets came into support at that time. Dow was right into its 760 780 support. Russell was in the support, uh, and then NQ was also in the support, intraday support, and ES was right here into support with this support. So all the markets were into support right there before FOMC. 4 minutes before, they all came into support. So that was a hint kind of that, hey, they are all in the support. Either they're gonna do bounce from it or tank from it, right, based on whatever the FOMC news. And then you can see it clearly, it just sliced through entire 20 area, right. This was the key resistance, this 20. So the moment it went higher, right, and went up to straight to 32, right here, and then came down, right. So this was your long trading opportunity here, right here. So the moment it went higher, came down, this was a pullback to 20 actually. If you look at even 1 minute time frame or even tick chart or whatever lower time frame, this was what 20 that it sellers entire day try to defend it, right. The moment it slices through it, this area turns into support. You buy it right here, take a scale profit, whatever you want to do at 2 o'clock right at the news time. You can take this 10-point trade, which I did actually, and a couple of you guys may have done it. Then later on when it came back here, right, it's a second test, so you have to wait for a pass, because during FOMC it can go up, down. While Mr. Powell is speaking till 230, 240, right, 250, it can do this ping pong, right. So you can't just take it blindly here. You have to wait for a pause. So when this pause happen, right, it's holding, then you go long here, right. So by that time, I always said in Discord, right, stick with longs, no shorts at all. So that is the thing you have to keep in mind in this while I'm talking, right. So only longs across the board. And if you took a long, price got here again, right here, when price was here, I said if price ping pong between this and this till 250, it's a gray area. But if it breaks out, that is the direction, then it wants to go towards where 1650 most likely, sorry 4650, right. So here it was chopping around, right, but it was holding. But then when it second time it got there, the chances are it's gonna blow past through it. So if it pulls back, which it did, it pulled back right at 25.27, Globex high, yesterday's high area, after breaking out, right. So which is this area, broken support, broken resistance, turn into support right here. You go long, and then you hold it till 50, or you can wait for this breakout, then go long 50. But those are the aggressive setups, right. Those are not, like, I would say valid setup, because market is already running higher, right, and you are trying to go long right at the top, right. It's all-time high and you are trying to go long here during the news time, right. So those are the setups, but not like ideal setups. So it's a valid setup, but not like super duper good setups. It's aggressive setups, I would say, right. So this was a long targeting 50, or this was a long targeting 50, and then you bail out. You do not want to become greedy right here and to hold support at 50, you bail out, that's it. Or even 43, if you want to bail out, you can bail out right here also. These are the exit levels, right, scale levels. So you bail out and then do not mess around here in the closing. So that's how the day ended today. Now this is overdone in my view, super duper overdone, right. So but then problem is we can't think about shorting now, right. Anyway, we never thought about short from last 3-4 days. So stick with longs tomorrow also, but look for a pullbacks long. Don't go aggressive long at the breakout tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow it gaps up here, right, then don't go long. Even though if you miss it, you miss it, but wait for a pullback, right. So I already gave you pullback levels. So while I was writing closing remark for today, I already put all the levels for all the indexes in Dow, Russell, NQ and ES with all the levels in the closing remark today, because tomorrow I'm not available for the pre-market notes, right? So I'm giving you all the levels in advance for tomorrow's pre-market notes in closing remark, in today's closing remark. Okay, so I'll see you on tomorrow late noon actually. So I'll be available only after late noon in Discord for trading, if there is something by that time. Otherwise I will take a day off tomorrow. So morning I'm not available. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.